This is the North Carolina Budget and Tax Center bringing to you our third in a series of videos about how the North Carolina budget works. We're excited to help break down the budget and budget process to help more North Carolinians understand what and how decisions are being made about things that affect their everyday life. The decisions made about the state budget are important because they can help all of our families access what they need to thrive. In this edition, we'll dig in on how the decisions about taxes matter for funding a better future in our state and for ensuring that everyone pays their fair share. Let's get started. How do we pay for what our state needs? The money that pays for roads and buses, early education for the youngest North Carolinians, a sound basic K-12 education, public parks, public health services, and much more all comes from taxes. Another word for taxes is revenue. These dollars allow the state to make investments that benefit everyone. Taxes are paid each year based on the income people have through work or investments and when people buy things. Businesses pay taxes on the profits they make. North Carolina also gets revenue from fines and fees, like those paid from speeding tickets and car registration, for example. In North Carolina, most tax revenue comes from income taxes, which is paid by both individuals and corporations. Income taxes, when designed fairly or equitably, meaning those with higher incomes are asked to pay a greater portion of their income than those with lower incomes, are the best way to make sure that our state revenue keeps up with the cost of delivering services over time and can keep inequality in check. What tax changes are being considered this year? State legislative leaders in both the House and Senate have proposed lowering taxes on income and corporate profits this year. Since 2013, North Carolina has had a flat income tax, meaning everyone who pays income taxes pays the same portion or percentage of their income. It also means that a lower tax rate will mostly benefit those with very high incomes, not those with low incomes. It will also mean North Carolina will have less money available to pay for what our state and communities need. Now to the corporate tax side. Because North Carolina only asks profitable corporations to pay income tax on sales in the state, lowering the corporate income tax will mostly benefit out-of-state corporations who do business in North Carolina. What happens when North Carolina doesn't collect enough in taxes? You may remember that in our last video, we talked about how the state has to balance its budget each fiscal year, meaning we can't spend more money than we have. When tax revenue goes down, for example due to tax cuts or an economic recession, North Carolina has fewer dollars to put toward important things like education, health, housing, and environmental protection. When we cut taxes for profitable corporations, we still have to find the money to pay for the things North Carolina needs. That means everyday people will end up paying more in other ways, or we'll have to make cuts to the things that help North Carolinians thrive. Instead, we can build connections to opportunity and ensure the health and well-being of communities to help the state grow sustainably. Profitable corporations will benefit too when North Carolina prioritizes our state's workforce and infrastructure such as roads, broadband, and utilities. In order for North Carolina to deliver the services and supports that we all need, such as schools, public health services, and roads, everyone needs to pay their fair share. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. We hope you found it helpful. If you have questions or comments, send us an email at suzyk@ncjustice.org.